Bledsoe with a fake, and now Wall with the open jumper. That's not the strength of his game, but that is a good sign for the Cats. And Wall starts the break. Oh, what a hanging pretty move by John Wall. Hayes got it inside to Fletcher, and he couldn't finish, but that guy can.
You got to make sure you switch and extend out.
The tie, and now Wall for the win.
No timeouts for Miami. Well, Kentucky made the mistake giving up the three, but John Wall comes down and does what he has to do to get the win for the Wildcats. Cats a little bit fortunate, though. No foul called.
That's the message that was delivered in the second half the other day, and in shoot-around has been heard loud and clear by all these Cats.
There every time. Took about 4 passes before he got it down low, even though he was open.
Mitchell lost control, and Bledsoe with the lead to Wall.
In the fist, but here you see good hands by Eric Bledsoe coming away with the steal. It just drives to the basket. The defense commits. He throws the lob, and John Wall finishes.
And Patterson took it away from Clavel. Wall. As he got called out publicly and privately by his coach, didn't pout, reacted to it. Gave him what he wanted. Wall! Oh, what a burst of speed! And he made it look easy. Toughness issue. Nobody's advocating violence, but when somebody starts hitting shots, as Wall spins it in, only done that for about a trip, and credit that to the good outside shooting of Bledsoe and Wall. And we talked about that bad hamstring twice in a row. He's come up short, and look at Wall with the body control, and he gets it to go.
Up in the rim. Kind of an inside out, almost falls over, but still gathers himself.
Night for Ryder. Gets 2 of 3 there, and Penn back in the advantage. The alley-oop though to Wall from his partner Miller. Tough shot, picked up by Patterson. Open court for Wall. A spin to the basket.
How about that move?
Wow. 5 minutes in the game, the most electric play by the freshman John Wall out of Raleigh, North Carolina.
Opening up the floor, no one in the post area, and they're going to try to find that mismatch, but again, Kentucky comes up with a good steal.
Wall to the basket, put it up and count it.
Goes in, gathers himself. Robinson tries to get a little physical with him, but he's strong enough to absorb the contact.
Struggling there. He's back for the game. Oh, now for 8. Wall, little crossover. Wow.
I believe, from left hand over to the right hand. Yeah, through the leg, split the defense, and finish the play.
And Patterson tips from the left hand over to the right. Here comes the speed of Wall. And Ryder has no answer.
There has been a turnover like that or a bad shot attempt.
Number 5 in the game for Kentucky is Ramon Harris. And Wall, almost isolated on the right side, takes his man to school. Basket and one for the great freshman John Wall.
And it puts him a little bit more in attack mode there on the side. A little crossover dribble. Comes right back around, draws the contact, hang time, and kisses it off the glass.
Dempsey's team, a rough 36 hours. First the drubbing in Charlottesville, and now this. Another highlight by John Wall.
And it's almost like he had eyes in the back of his head because but here you see he gets the rebound. Now kind of like he feels that player on the backside that was going to block the shot. Picks, those type of things.
Patterson draws the double. Now Wall goes the crossover route. John Wall, 19 points now, 10 assists, 4 rebounds.
Just got isolation out top. Little fake, and again, you see the body control, able to draw the contact, lean in, and then the underhand.
He's a 58% three-point shooter this season, and there's Orton flying from John Wall. Both, but that will be rebounded by Darius Miller. And Wall floats it home. Base, and again, too many shot alterations. He heard footsteps. Wall to the glass for 2. Big smile on the face of the freshman John Wall. Enjoying the south of the border shooting here in Mexico. Tough day. Shooting the ball, Wall way up high, and that's all inclusive.
Gear speed-wise, he's got an extra gear going vertical.
He gets the extra little pull on the rim. He gets the whole different type of lineup when you make that move from 6'9" to 6 feet. 10 seconds to shoot. Wall won't need it. He'll score right there. John Wall with the bucket. Fields couldn't get the board, and here comes Wall. Wall jumps it, hits the shot. They got that into the forecourt to the three-point.
Stanford defensive transition. Make or miss. You got to get back. Wall with a steal.
Scores it, and the officials disagreed. You know, John Calipari is standing on the sideline after
For someone who raps. Here we go, Wall with a steal. Yeah, I tell you, it looked to me like he was the gaps.
Good skip pass by Wall. Miller didn't trigger the three. Long three for Wall. It's good. 3 puntos. Schiller for 3. Stanford can't capitalize. Still down by 1. Kentucky runs it. Wall slices and scores.
Speed. He's beaten 4 guys down the floor while he's dribbling the basketball. Most guys can't do that without the ball. But John
by Bledsoe. Defense is there. 1-on-3. Bledsoe can't finish. Wall can. There's that smile on John Wall's face.
Advantage of playing with 2 point guards. Eric Bledsoe, a point guard. John Wall, the same. Bledsoe takes it to the rim hard, and his fellow point guard tips it home.
Bledsoe rimmed it out. Rebound. Miller able to haul it in. Wall for the tie. Timeout taken. Check that. Officials are stopping it.
Has a chance to send this one into overtime, perhaps.
Zimmerman and Trotter have fouled out. Wall at the line tonight. 6 of 6, 7 of 7 for John Wall. Stanford, the 2 players who have never left the court tonight. They've played every minute. Wall for the tie. Perfect.
Ice water in that young man's veins.
Up. Trying to get it to Green. Somebody's got to shoot. They throw it away. It goes not out of bounds. Saved by Harris. Wall dunks with an exclamation point. Kentucky, champions of the Cancun Challenge.
Bledsoe back to Wall. Boy, how quick is that backcourt? Man. Up ahead to Dickey. Bledsoe gets a hand on it. Here's John Wall.
Watch John Wall. We talked about Bledsoe's speed. This guy not only has the speed, but got a few hops in there, too.
3% from the field is the freshman. Dotson can't get it to go. The follow by, guess who? John Wall. Another takeaway. Here comes Wall. Alley-oop to Patterson. Get out of the way.
How about that pass by Wall? Laid it up there. Look at Orton come out on Dickey.
And then Wall just picks the pocket of J.P. Prim. And back the other way we go.
Dickey trying to make his move around the outside. Now watch right here. Look at that sprint by Wall. He came from the middle of that lane to get that steal.
Out of his hands.
By guess who?
John Wall, alley-oop to Patterson.
Wall gets the steal. Wall gets the assist.
The ball is, John Wall is not far behind. Cousins with the block. 3-on-1. Here's Wall, alley-oop. Cousins, the recipient this time. A 1 out of 1 on the year. Cousins from Wall. He shot 45% from threes a year ago. Another dunk for Cousins on the other end. Around, here's Wall. Back the other way. This time he's got the double-double. With the Wall. We've seen it all from John Wall tonight. Carolina. If you're
well, the key to handling that is simply to be who you are. He's got tremendous DNA. understands how to play. Oh my goodness! John Wall, a lob Davis catches, and negated by Orton. Break opportunity. Wall makes a cut to the hoop. What a play! We've got highlights. 11-0 run. Jump shot doesn't go for Strickland. Harris gets it ahead. Oh, look out! Spectacular connection. Able to get anything good. Davis tried to hook a pass inside. Kentucky looking to run. Wall to the open court. And Wall lays it in. John Wall hits hyperspeed. Simply electrifying. The ability to finish with... North Carolina showing some zone here. Wall will shoot over it and connects a three. Well, they've got some nice talent. They're young, and there's an errant pass as Wall right in the passing lane. And Wall leans in for the deuce. Tremendous body control.
Rebound Bledsoe. Ahead to Wall. They got numbers. Wall slam!
Oh, up and away. Different kind of player than Derrick Rose, who John Calipari had, and certainly a star. Every year rebounded the basketball. I mean, you look at that Duke game. Duke got rebounded on the offensive boards. That's big, making shots from outside.
15 and 9 for Patterson.
And he asked him, how do you feel about that? He said, I don't mind, as long as we win. Look at that speed. Are you serious? You better get a TO. Jim Calhoun, you better get another TO. Try to get some isolation from Wall. Try to get him one-on-one.
Here he comes. The elbow jumper is good. Good call. Wall on Dyson. Picked off by Wall. Fifth steal of the night.
What a terrific job in sealing off the big threes.
Wall. Harris passed it up. Wall for three.
Oh, he's got a nice stroke. He's got a nice stroke. Maybe a little inconsistent.
With an NBA team who doesn't think Wall's going to be the #1 overall pick. There's a steal.
Great anticipation. Here comes the jam. Look at that elevation. Look at that elevation. Explosive. You sit here and you go, wow. Can't believe what you want.
Knew he could still beat him to the rim and elevate, and Dyson picked up his 4th foul.
Yeah, he was waiting for Dyson. Dyson now with #4. That is, Patrick Patterson's got to make himself big and wide down in the box. He's got great hands.
One-on-one, Wall banks it in.
Isolate.
But Walker to the line when we come back. Dick, take us to break with John Wall.
Oh, a little one-on-one maneuver. Little ice in a situation where he's a little passive. Trying to get areas right now. They don't like to see that. They don't like to see that when he puts the ball in and that goes one-on-one. He's bracing himself for him. Great adjustment right there. Look at him trying to stay in front of him. Oh, absolutely. He blew down. Did you see that speed? He threw down at Usain Bolt speed, man. Lightning. Absolutely lightning. He likes the big moment. He said, yeah, you're going to check me, Robinson? Try to check me here, baby. And what about that athleticism?
We have to defend with 5. We have to get back because we can't match man for man the talent on Kentucky and the speed. We've got to get back somehow. And a bank shot goes down. Great in the classroom. Calipari says he's carrying a 3.8 average right now. So he takes basketball and school and his 3-point shot very seriously. Pull-up look. Rebound comes down to Orton. Outlet. Down court to Paul.
Oh my goodness!
What he says about Wall, I mean, he's an all-time. Oh, he is on the back line. That was John Wall.
Set out there by Orton, and just a beautiful delivery. And
one thing this Kentucky team has had problems with some of the early games as John Wall knocks down that three-pointer is they sometimes played it right there.
Inside to Patterson. Feed from Wall. Wall at Eastern Conference in scoring at 18 points per game. The feed ends up in Wall's hands for his second three-point attempt and his second three-point basket. 2 rebounds per game. They are number 9 in the nation in rebounding margin, plus 10.6. And Wall, his third three-pointer.
I think he really lacks his strength, but right now doing a good job in the low post.
Alley-oop to Patterson. And a steal. John Wall. Showtime! The 9-point lead. John Wall, the steal and the dunk. Top of the circle has watched as his minutes per game have plummeted significantly this season. Wall on the dipsy doodle. Scoop shot at the end of it. Campbell with 3, with 2. And Channels had a shot blocked by Wall.
He told him how proud he was, and it did surprise me. He was able to get up and down that well.
Wall pushes the ball up the floor, takes it coast to coast. Hadn't heard from John Wall in a while. 17 points now for John Wall. In the season, and he still can't find the bottom of the bucket. John Wall can, though. He's got 17, and the Cats lead by. Cutting to the basket. Man, has he struggled today. In Kentucky's defense, no doubt. There's the alley-oop and a double alley-oop. How about that? A 1-2 punch with Patterson throwing it down at the end of the play.
And then also changing speed. That's what John Wall has, and that's what's going to make him special at the next level.
And here is Wall. Gets it to go. Count it with the foul. He has 4 or 5 different gears, boom, but with one big stride and one big bounce of the ball. Future coach can keep a player from receiving an extra benefit if the player chooses to do it. It is impossible. You would have to be with that young man 24 hours a day. Wall bumps on the shot, makes it, and he'll go to the free throw.
That's what they're going to have to utilize John Wall in different spots, get creative with him because he does have the size advantage and also A game.
7 on the shot clock for Kentucky. Backdoor Wall. Oh, the adjustment. That is what a #1 pick looks like. Right there.
I asked him if it's getting any easier, and he said, not really. So if you see him using his right hand more tonight, that's why.
Wall. Yes. John. Drexel tried to steal one back. No luck. Wall again. Oh, show it to me.
Tell you what, he can make the fun.
What Jay Wall just did.
Making great music, and he remixed it on that one.
He did. Rupp Arena on their feet. 7 seconds left in the half. Wall. Why not? Why not? Give him 14. And then they quickly lose it. Here comes Kentucky and Bledsoe. Wall. Patterson. It's just too easy. Hopefully they don't throw any other curveballs to me. I don't want any shot clock issues like we saw this weekend with Butler and company. You know what? They got it right. Bottom line is it took 15 minutes, whatever. They got it right. Wall pull-up jumper.
The 49ers. 45% three-point shooter, and Kentucky with a turnover, and Wall with a finish. Wall pulls it out that time and tries to set the offense. Pretty good play call right there.
Yeah, just a simple give and go. That old hand
can't get it to go. And at the other end, here's Wall.
Makes it look awful easy, doesn't he, Dave?
During the days of the blur, Dwight Anderson. I mean, and everybody talked about him being a blur. But I believe that John Wall is the fastest basketball. Keeps Phelps from scoring. Wall. Knocked down that 3. It brings a smile to his face. And now Cousins gets back up off the Kentucky bench as Wall raises up and knocks down the 3.
Picked to win the SEC Final Four National Championship. Those are all the goals ahead of this Kentucky team. That's one reason why John Wall knocks down the 3 to make it a 6-0 Kentucky start.
Let me tell you why John.
Patterson goes to screen for Wall. Wall to Orton finishes it off.
Lost to Christian Laettner against Duke. Kentucky's all over the record books.
DeMarcus Cousins finishes off there for the board. Wall lobs to Cousins. 6 assists for John Wall. DeMarcus Cousins on the verge of a double-double already. Lob, Cousins does it down. 15. Took a look at a team from Puerto Rico. Saw Torres hustle and said, if we ever have a scholarship, as Wall dunks it down on the back door. Torres is recruiting, can wait for now.
Is when you can take your point guard and run him to the baseline and let him operate. Not getting to play in Rupp Arena against Kentucky on national TV and all that he puts into it.
Wall gets a lob for Orton. That is assist number 10 of the first half for John Wall.
That Kentucky has improved on just in the last couple of weeks. That's their best play. Yeah, that's their best play in this game is just a
elevator in the hotel. Had a very nice visit with the gentleman about families and basketball as Patterson finishes it off from John Wall, who does a pirouette in midcourt.
You're going to get this year when Rick Pitino comes to Rupp and when Bruce Pearl comes here.
On the John Wall.
Carter, he will be the #1 pick in the next NBA draft. 11:09 in this ball game, which he's not. He would have a chance to set that all-time mark. He's running the experience to play in Rupp Arena again. They're playing in front of the largest crowd tonight. When you compare it to the combined total all season long.
Burton now has 18 as he continues to play hard. Stevenson for 2, and there is the Kentucky single game record. John Wall with 16 assists tonight. That is a Kentucky single game record.
Who's there? All for the shot. 2:10 to go, first half. Spin move. And a basket. John Wall. This is what you call spectaculating. Here's Wall with an elbow. There's Samuels, and he crawls over the rim and in. Samuels tipped by Orton. And here's John Wall, no numbers, but he's got such great speed, it doesn't matter. Doesn't make any difference. If you don't choke him off early, he's choking you. Here it comes, right at Javon. Wall to Wall. Mark it up. Pump fake. Adjustment in the air, pretty decent shot. Wow. On Wall. Show the ball, lift the defender, penetrate the seam, anticipate contact, and then just do something that most. Bledsoe. Nice defensive job by Jennings then. And the jumper is good. John Wall.
Ray Tompkins came in averaging 16 points, had a monster game against Georgia Tech earlier this week. Give 2 to John Wall with a potential for 3.
Concentration level to make the shot.
John Wall with the blow-by, score the goal. He'll go to
30 points if he's really feeling it and really playing well.
Let's see if Wall can do something before the break. Finger roll. His second.
Getting the ball inside the zone. Good penetration right here by John Wall. Concentrating. He's a great skilled big player.
Former Alabama head coach Mark Gottfried. I'm Eric Collins. John Wall hits his first three-pointer. That's the first three-pointer.
Shot. Kentucky had switched. Went over top of Patterson and scored it, and John Wall answers.
Onyora loses the basketball. That may do it. Wall ahead of the pack.
He shot that from Sarasota, Florida, man. Look at that quickness. Are you serious? Are you serious? Hey, you want to shoot threes all year. Take a look at his speed right now, man. I mean, he's like a halfback. Look at this guy explode to the goal.
And off to Orton. Here comes Wall in a hurry. Pull up, 18-footer. Got it.
So that's what I think really separates him a little bit with Evans and with Rose. I think this.
And the outside jumper, maybe the worst thing that could have happened was him hitting that three-pointer earlier. He's missed his other outside jumpers. Wall trying to give Kentucky the lead, and he scored 3 straight now. If you want to put it that way, as a junior on the floor for Kentucky. Wall trying to get up and under, and somehow did around Carson.
Get back on defense.
They're doing a good job to keep it in single digits. There's a lob to Wall. Design play, and he went flying.
Design, special situation, inbounds play, just flip it up high, and there's Mr. Wall with the catch.
Vitale, he's got 4 in this half.
Looks like they picked up their defense. Look at that play.
Wall goes up, and that quiets everybody.
He likes the big moment. He likes to make the big play. He's what you call, he has good potential.
7:16 remaining in the ball game. Wall goes up high to give him a 4-point lead as we go to Ryan Burr in the studio.
We're 11 here tonight.
Wall had to take that shot. Now Boynton runs down and has it knocked out there by Wall.
Oh, what timing. Boys College. He enjoys his English class, the two papers on Mr. President Obama, Martin Luther King. Kansas, everybody's after him. Connecticut.
Wall takes the last shot, knocks down a 3, and as I said, his stats are going to look better than really he played tonight.
And now 0 for 10. That last was his 10th shot. 0 for.
Yeah, and the ensuing
Missing again. Boy, tough day for Reed. 1 of 12 from the floor, and Wall goes flying to the cup with a little salute at the end.
to the Blue Nation right here. Splits people. I mean, that is acceleration right there.
Knox and Cousins banging on the post. 6 to shoot. Wall splits the D. John Wall does it again.
Get out of here.
Let's take a look now at our Geico play of the game a moment ago.
4 orange jerseys had a chance. It's a great shooter.
I don't know if Cousins got a piece of that one. Quite possibly did. Wall quickly the other way. And one. Score the goal.
If you are playing Arkansas, they're going to really struggle at the offensive end.
Look at that. John Wall flies in.
The other interior player that you would rely on, Washington, has been in foul trouble.
Wall pull-up jumper from the elbow.
Instead of 20 minutes and let up. I think they're doing it.
That's foul on Mike Washington, his 4th. John Wall strokes the triple. And Bledsoe, an offensive rebound. Fresh shot clock for the Wildcats. Just so effortless.
South Carolina wanted to keep the crowd in the ball game early, and they have.
Just like that, Wall can take away that momentum in an instant as he knocks down the
Me is not allowing one mistake to become 2.
Yeah.
And Mulder took a bad shot, and then he compounded it with a bad foul.
And Wall comes down on the other end
for a couple of minutes.
Here's Wall with Downey on the bench. And there's a little glimpse of what he can do. Deficit. First it was Wall on the drive and the flush with the left hand, and then if you think he can 10 rebounds. Wall for the lead. Got it.
Brad, remember a couple of minutes ago I said this is the time for John Wall to assert himself. Brad, that's the gamble. You try to speed the game up because Downey's controlling it off the bounce, and you stretch your defense and he makes you pay.
Wall goes coast. Inbounds play. They got it into Patterson. They get it right back to Wall. Wall drives. Spinella fouled him and one.
I love three-point shot. Take this thing to the rim, either off the bounce or off the pass. And the strength and the toughness of John Wall to wrap that ball up, knowing that the contact's going to come after the hit occurs. Then he
rebound brought down by Walker and ahead to Taylor.
Oh, and Wall blocks the standing defense recovery guy because he's
Wall on a jumper. His first basket. Yeah. That was quite a scene on Tuesday night in Columbia. If you missed it, an upset by the Gamecocks over the #1 team, but now they're playing their colors. Wall for 3. Got it.
Brett, I told you in the pregame warm-ups, Kentucky looked very serious.
Now, is on this inbounds play, you don't have much time. Comes into Wall, and he's going to go straight up with it and do that. Just a nice little set shot. They're double teaming him as much as possible. That leaves Wall open for a jumper, and he nails it. John Wall's in double figures. Oh, boy, he got hit low by Wall on the follow-through, and now Wall on the breakaway. Andy Kennedy's seen enough in a minute and 45 seconds. So far, a good start for John Wall.
With a bad ankle sprain, and they are rail thin on the interior.
Patterson backs it in and then brings it back out to Wall for 3. Well, he's off to a pretty good start, isn't he? Does have a turnover, but he's got Graham. Not a good shot. Wall on the break. And one.
Brad, when you play Kentucky, be in motion.
and the red jerseys got caught standing and watching. When that happens, and that's what has gotten Ole Miss in trouble in this ball game.
Almost turned it over, and they do. Wall all alone.
11. Top of the broadcast, the question was, how will John Wall respond from the conversation he had with John Calipari? What will his body language look like? How will he lead the country?
Looking for its 21st one of the year. If they get to 6 and 1 in the backdoor, alley-oop to John Wall. Open the Suns almost rammed it home with one hand, but it comes out to Ole Miss, so they've got numbers. But they've got John Wall blocking the shot.
John Calipari, though, more concerned with the guys that aren't in the play than the two defenders that are. And more importantly, recruited as a maker. They have to have him to make a deep run.
Here's the steal, and Wall trying to lob it to Bledsoe.
Wow!
Hung in midair and got it to go. And Cousins. He's shooting over a building there. Holloway pinned by Wall. Remaining in the ball game. John Wall doing it on defense as well as off. Wall, a quick first step, and then he backs up and fires and got it for 3.
Arkansas's got one, and Courtney Fortson leading the Razorbacks at the top of the West standings. There is the first made bucket. Now you also watch. Let's watch this. Wall. Wow! Wow!
Brought Carter out of his seat. He makes that play look easy. Bo Spencer tries to steal it. Wall goes behind the back.
You know who'd love that? Pistol Pete Maravich. I mean, did that not look like a little pistol move in the open? So the hope among LSU fans is Tasman Mitchell can get to that 2001. Wall ahead to Bledsoe. Time for the Kentucky Wildcats. Wall right through the defense to a cutting.
Mikel Torrance right there had Jermichael Green running down the middle of the court wide open. Difficult time to deliver a pass with his right hand because he's a lefty.
And one for Wall.
Guards I see these days, they want to come out, they want to shoot jump shots. They allow their whole offensive game to rely upon it. Trying to keep their freshmen on their toes, making them understand what kind of plays they're running.
Wall from 3, got it, and Kentucky has their first lead of the game. Fall, Knox can't get this one. Here comes Kentucky with numbers. Wall, woo, around the back, and count it!
That move reminded me so much of Jamal Crawford. It's so special. It is truly the John Wall Show in Lexington. Chance to play in Ames, Iowa. Play with Jonathan Bender, who beat Michael Jordan's scoring record.
Wall on the run, gets that one to go again. Wall now with 11 to lead all scores.
We're going at you 100 miles an hour. Look, change east to west right there. A little plant on the left, come back on the right, and get lost by watching the ball. You got to find your offensive player and put a body on him, box out.
Wall buries that one. Wall now with 15 points from North Carolina. How did that one go in? But he comes back grimacing.
And he gets himself trapped right here, but still having the upper body strength to finish. And that's the look I'm talking about right there. That's the look of a killer. You love about it. Now you have to pick your spots. The game isn't going to go 100 miles an hour. You got to pick your spots just like that.
Running.
Kentucky squarely back in the national map after the NIT last year. John Wall knocks down the long jumper, 4-0.
I don't think there's any doubt he's going to double-double in terms of, when you look at rebounding totals. Oh yes, Mr. Wall.
At the number 2 team in the country, playing with 2 walk-ons in the game. Skylar McBee, Stephen Pearl. Wall drives and scores.
That's in those games. The number of possessions was reduced, just like it is here. Set play. Set play. Mr. Wall moved by Prince. Now you're going to see the diagonal pass over the top to Wall. The great elevation. That's what's simple.
And Patrick Patterson, John Calipari's been screaming at him even though he's on the bench right now. Every ball you have to get.
Touchdown Wall. Tonight he's making like Shaq. Shaq was a pretty good free throw shooter on a collegiate level.
Boy, Tennessee just lost John.
Get all the goodies out now when it's over. Get all the goodies out.
That's some goodies right there from John Wall.
Absolutely.
And Kentucky with a steal. Dotson and Wall will run it together.
But Wall missed the shot. He'll get it back with an easy one inside. Wall's the kind of guy that can quiet a crowd in a hurry. He's going to try here, and does.
Boy, when he starts dancing with that basketball.
Dancing again, Jimmy. Scoring again, Jimmy. Comes free to Harris. Wall in the paint. And again, as he's done a couple of times tonight, the crowd all... And Mississippi State gives it right back. Wall against Bost. He's going to win 9 out of 10 of those, no matter who's trying. Bledsoe missed a 3. Bost and Stewart run together. And Bost has it blocked by Wall.
They may lead the and then get you up top with the length. Run step for step. Bost may have got away with a walk. Great pass.
72 tie. Wall changes it in a hurry.
Then it opens it up. The building is at a fever pitch, and this guy stays calm. He also acts
up against Beal.
Beal trying to stay in front of him. That's not easy. He's going to try to use the screen.
And Wall buries a 3.
What a dynamic player. Just a...
Tinsley.
If that went in, you give him 5.
Yeah, that's right.
Nobody
the outlet. Wall back.
Forget
the
about
wide receiver with a slam.
Are you kidding me? Athleticism? You want to define athleticism?
Pass. Whoop.
Yep. Got it on. Look at the catch. Look at the elevation. Cousins really trying to work for the ball. He's like an orchestra leader.
Wall trying to go to work. Had it stripped. Got it back and scored.
Every time Kentucky.
He missed it.
Seemed to put a little pressure on the ball, so they have to take some time off.
A 2 can win it.
Ogilvy, go to Ogilvy inside.
Jenkins had it blocked by Wall, and he took it out of midair.
What a great play by John Wall. He does it offensively, and he's done it here. Wow. Why even think about that, Brad? Why think about it? You got a big guy inside.
Downey trying to leave it in the lane, threw it away, and now here comes Wall against Rayleigh Ross.
Oh, what a sensational play. Brings a big smile from
Kentucky winning every loose ball. And right now out routing the game. Now they've got him on Liggins instead of Wall. Wall's just going to throw it up for Cousins.
You know what? I almost thought there was interference up there.
Will clear it. Here he comes. 1 on 3.
Look at that speed. He goes coast to coast, baby.
Out of the air. By Darius Miller.
Here we go.
He won't miss a shot.
Showtime. Little Jam City. It'll be the dunking contest. Watch out, Nate Robinson. Here comes John Wall in the NBA next year. Another team to watch. Kansas State. They got definite Final Four potential.
Here's Wall trying to go over the freshman and does.
Showing his post-up ability.
They come with 3 guys, and he gets through it and throws it up for Orton.
What a great job by Wall. Splits the trap, flips it up. I think Orton's going to be very good, Brad. I really do.
Shot clock doesn't reset. Wall.
Take a look at this move here. Go left, go right, finish it off with the spin. Use the
with a great individual defensive effort to get the ball away from Goins. Wall drives in and untouched on his way to the hoop. It was 14 fouls now against Tennessee. Wall fakes out McBee. Wall to the hoop, and he gets it to go.
See, there's the not a good one right there. Gotta find him.
Wall coast to coast. Scoop to the hoop is good, and the foul.
Just a flat-out terrific John Wall play against the play. Watch here. Left, right, good call from the officials, and a terrific finish.
And it's rebounded by Orton. Wall like a locomotive. Count it! And the foul.
Boy, another gear. To the basket.
We'll come back to Tennessee after this message and a word from your local station. You're watching CBS Sports. We got a clean look.
Robert Cousins was over his shoulder.
Wall. Wow. They put the extra gear on. John Wall getting the deuce.
We've seen him go right. He's going to come this way now, folks. Watch this. And finishes it off again.
And tracked down by Wall. Here they come.
the middle of the floor.
Wall gets on the move. What a find! It's Wall to Cousins. We are tied.
That's right. He's done a great job of bringing these guys together and creating a very special chemistry. As you see the leader of that in the SEC, he's not just athletic, he is skilled, can handle it, and shoot the basketball.
Talk about another guy who can shoot the basketball and is skilled. Taken away by Wall. Leslie's chasing. Oh, the flush by John Wall over Leslie, and Wall hits the deck very hard.
Mark Fox is wanting Georgia to get the explosive. Running through the passing lane and into great speed down the floor. Athletic to go up and finish the play. How about
lost the handle, Orton with it. Up ahead to Wall. John Wall flying down the court.
I mean, there's no words for that. Watch this speed right here. Watch how quickly he gets to the other end. And then once he gets in the lane, he's going to get it on the backboard. He has the utility and done the job on the defensive end.
John Wall with his third three of the game. Barnes breaking to the basket, but intercepted. Here's Wall on the open floor. Count it for John Wall.
The deflection leads to the steal, and John Wall is good at this, finishing the play off the speed to the goal.
The backboard. Misfired. 13-point lead. Make it 15. John Wall beginning to go crazy here at Athens. Continues to grab that calf.
Watch this. Whoop! Right around and lays it in.
John Wall right to the basket. The layup is good. John Wall has 22 points.
It's a man they were showing the zone the first couple of minutes of this game. They want to be concerned about rebounding.
Wall knocks it down. Two-pointer for John. And either way, it's Kentucky ball as it leaked out for Wall. Wall cutting to the hoop, and he lays it in. Rebound snared by Patterson. Off the outlet, Wall, the cut right down the middle. John Wall.
Just couldn't get it to him. He had a pretty good position against Macklin.
Over the zone, Wall cans it. It's a three.
The only way they extend their season is to bring everything they can to this ball game. Kentucky has locked up a #1 seed. And the emotions of March of teams that are desperate and fighting, trying to hang on.
Wall just has that look in his eye sometimes. You can see that one coming a mile away. Again. Wall in a lot of traffic. Doesn't matter. Ashley Judd likes it. Cousins snatches down the rebound. Here comes John Wall on the run. Through a lot of crimson jerseys, up and under.
Brad, I talked about how he lived.
Wall trying it again.
Amazing.
Sometimes you think he can do it whenever he wants to.
The great ones can do it when they want to and when they have to.
The rim like Travis Leslie of Georgia does.
Kentucky is trying to get into a jumping contest with Alabama around the rim, and it's not going to work.
Wall tagging.
What is John Wall doing for John Calipari in March?
Got Liggins with him. He'll take it himself. Wall with a foul. Here comes the real Kentucky.
Brad, they rip and run as well as anyone in the college game. Wall and Bledsoe are terrific with their recovery speed defensively and their speed
between games. We talked to Jeff yesterday before his game as Patrick Patterson goes airborne. I know, Jimmy, you had some strong.
What a rebound off the backside by Patterson. Went up over Hobson and Chisholm. Lob, Cousins. They've done it twice already. Ready opening, couple of minutes.
Can't lose him, partner.
No.
Absolutely.
Coming the other way in a hurry. Now Wall, up and under.
So much speed combined with driver in college basketball to back it up, John Wall.
And here's Wall driving the other way on the steal.
Yes, he did.
Finals. As Jimmy said, the best driver in college basketball. Here he comes making like Jimmy Johnson. 8-4 Cats.
Wall leaves it for Orton from the free throw line. Williams had a hand on it. Wall stole it from him. Tatum had it pinned by Cousins on the glass.
The recovery speed of DeMarcus Cousins and John Wall. Outstanding, because you talk about a name Jeff Foote, Eggle Cedar at Northern Iowa. Not a lot of those 7-foot big bodies. Kentucky has a plethora of them.
Not many guys have one of these, though.
Nope.
Bobby Mays is trying to. Behind the back, Wall to the rack. Got it! Oh. The lob, and Osby missed in close. And now it's 2-on-1, Wall and Patterson. Patterson got it! By either team right now. Mississippi State by 5. Wall works his way underneath and scores. That's his first basket. John Wall right down the pike. Up, under, in.
That is what makes John Wall, John Wall. Because they deleted his drive.
It is a tough spot. So tough it was stolen by Wall. And he scores!
Sometimes you're forced to go to this direction. A bad pass, and John Wall, his progression as...
We got bodies all over the place. 4-on-4 the other way. John Wall tipped. They're going to call goaltending on Turner, I think. Kick out. Ramon Harris back to Wall. Wall's got to force one, and it goes!
And go make you a play. John Wall can go make you a play.
What a shot. You see the reaction.
This freshman has had a sensational year with assists. Not a bad shooter either. John Wall. Bledsoe around the perimeter. Wall passes up to 3, moves in for the 2. And along with his shooting, John Wall has offensive rebound and gets it back out to Patterson. Wall's turn to shoot a 3. Oh, man. Lock up the Cupidos. Close the... I don't think they think that. John Wall still in the game just to prove that he hasn't lost. The attempt was Lukas Paudaras, freshman from Lithuania. Wall, well, I don't know if he called it off the glass, but 6'9" against 6'11". 6'11 wins.
Well, meeting at the summit.
And Wall at the other end nails the 3.
He tried late in the game that L.D. Williams sent right back.
Wall fires from long range and hits the 3.
He said the talent infusion on this team.
Wall gets a screen from Orton and walks in.
Well, that was a great read by John Wall. He's 40. You want to fall further behind without Farouk Aminu on the bench. What a pass
by Wall that sets up an easy 2 for Cousins. For Wake Forest. Down to 8 on the shot clock. From way outside, John Wall hits another 3.
Transition, or it's got to be something that Aminu can get.
What a pass again. How did Wall thread that one through with the backhand? Cousins with the basket. Inside, John Wall. 11 for...
Only 2 trays in the game. Here's Whitman. Harris by Wall. He sets up. No, it is Wall. As Miller was the one with the defense, sets up Wall. Usually it's the other way around. The unselfish Wall.
Kentucky exerting its strength in Syracuse.
You can't let Kentucky shoot standstill jump shots. There's another deflection and steal by Patterson. Sets up Bledsoe. Bledsoe to Wall. They're making it look easy.
But Ryan Whitman couldn't get there, and anytime there's a turnover, they are just passing the ball ahead. And
Donahue won a goaltender. This is a talented team. Hello, John Wall. The freshman hit the 3 points to drop that might have gotten this crowd really excited on their behalf. Long pass ahead to Bledsoe. Wall! On a spectacular finish. Ball the other way, 2-on-2. Gets his own rebound and scores.
How quick was that second jump? Joe Mazzulla looked like he was there.
Denied by Patterson, and the save by Wall.
It was almost a no-look block.
And look at Wall, just so quickly down court, plus a foul.
There's an example of Joe Mazzulla, the look away, and daring him to come in there and then just wiped it away. And John Wall, that's all he needs.
That should be a backcourt violation. Why there's no whistle? It went right off Wall into the backcourt. No West Virginia player touched it. And then Wall comes in and, oh, that's punishing. Instead of an error in the backcourt. And Mazzulla gets it for West Virginia. And he's blocked by Wall. Oh, my. He can score, he can pass, and look at him play defense. John Wall, the freshman from Kentucky. For Flowers, but he's way too long.
That was a challenge shot. He should have put it on the deck.
All the way goes John Wall and draws the foul. Deshaun Butler is short. Both teams have pulled off outside. Flowers, he doesn't. Oh, they had 3 black jerseys down there, and he just ran right by him.
Bob.
Look at him split the defense, maneuver his body, and score. John Wall of Kentucky.
Kentucky has got plenty of opportunities to get back into this thing.
Here comes Wall on the fly, and he scores again. And a quick timeout call.
It was 3 out of 4 big free throws by Wellington Smith.
Way outside and banks it in, John Wall. A big 3 from Wall as he kisses it off the glass. 1:14 to go. A 7-point game.